I feel like sometimes it's easy to ignore the fact or forget the fact that there are people behind Genshin. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Malnoxx, and today we have another Genshin Impact video for you. After the 5.0 live stream that happened just a couple of days ago, Dawei took the stage to address the Genshin Impact fans directly and share a little bit of behind the scenes of what's been going on for the team of Genshin Impact this past year. We're going to take a look at his speech, get a little peek behind the curtain. We love our old friend Dawei.
今天我跟我们fast 现场同学说，我想过来看一下我悄悄的来，悄悄的走。但是我来到现场的时候，看到各位旅行者，还是忍不住想把我们的娜塔前瞻直播看完。然后，所以我悄悄的在直播开始之前，我悄悄的走进了我们的这个主舞台。
Dawei lurking in the venue, sat in the corner. Imagine just sitting down to watch this special program here, and you like look over to your left, and there's Dawei sitting there.
然后，其实我想跟大家说的话，在我们前瞻的最后，我已经都讲完了。在
Oh, I mean, I feel like you can tell that he really cares about the game. I mean, every time he speaks, he's so passionate about Genshin Impact, you know? And people might say like, oh, you know, it's because they're making so much money off it, obviously. But I feel like he really does care about the game. And, you know, the things that he's been doing this past year, traveling around, really makes it seem like he cares about the players as well. And I feel like that comes through here.
因为我们确确实实感觉经历了很多特别艰难的时刻，我们确实听到了很多的声音，有的声音特别的尖锐，然后把我们整个原神和原神项目组都贬得一无是处。
I feel like sometimes it's easy to ignore the fact or forget the fact that there are people behind Genshin. You know, Genshin's not just like it's not just the game, right? It's not just Hoyoverse. There's people behind it who are working on it, who want to do good by the players, and it's not always in their hands.
我们听到的声音实在是太多了，我们需要沉下心来，去弄清楚到底哪些是来自各位旅行者真实的声音。
And that's not to say that we should be defending these million or billion-dollar companies, you know, and holding them accountable for things. But I think it's important when we look at that to look at it from a place of humanity and remembering that they're people too.
也曾经历过这样的很难的时刻，是什么支撑我们走到现在呢？是在场和不在场的所有的旅行者，有很多旅行者在一开始就去支持我们。我们也是因为听了很多大家的声音，才走到了今天。 所以在今年年初的时候，在我们不知道未来应该怎么走的时候，我跟项目组的所有同学决定开始去走向我们最亲爱的全球的旅行者。我们去了很多。
Yeah, I remember they traveled all over the world. They visited a lot of different places. There's a lot of people in the community here that have, you know, talked about Dawei coming to their city.
我跟一个一个的旅行者去交流的时候。 很可爱，因为我是戴着帽子、戴着口罩的。有一次我印象中有一次我在湖北襄阳的时候遇到一个旅行者，他在电梯的时候就说：“你是不是大伟哥？”然后我们说：“你认错人了。”然后
He's like, "No, I'm not Dawei. No, no, no. You're mistaken."
忽悠了半天，告诉他你认错人了。然后我们坐下去跟他一起聊了2个多小时，他跟我们分享了他和他的女朋友。 怎么在疫情期间一起玩原神的故事
Yeah, I feel like Genshin came out really at like such an opportune time for gaming when, you know, COVID was at you know, still all over the world, still in, you know, lockdown in a lot of areas, and people, discovered Genshin through that. And a lot of people use that as an excuse of why Genshin's doing so well or why it did so well. But I think, that's definitely a reason for it, but it also is a reason that a lot of people picked up gaming again in the first place. So, while I feel like Genshin did get boosted by COVID for sure, I don't think there's any denying that. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think just a lot of people were able to discover the game because of that, and that's why there's such a large player base, and a lot of people who discovered it then continue playing now. I like what he said there. Everything else can be changed, but they want to make sure that the traveler's experience and joy for the game stays. They can change content, they can change benefits. And now people might say this is coming off as disingenuous, and there's the Genshin could never memes. They take a long time to implement things. But I can tell that he's, at least from this video, he seems sincere. I can feel sincerity in this. And I'm hoping that this next year moving forward, we're going to see a shift in the communication to the community, the feedback that the player base gives, and how Hoyoverse handles all that. Stop weighing on their past and create the best experience for the traveler. I mean, again, I don't think for anyone it's good to dwell on the past, but I think we need to learn from the past to plan for the future. So I hope that they do that. I hope that they take the things that were causing travelers to respond the way that they did and causing them to feel the way that the Genshin team did into account, and continue to change things moving forward that are going to drive Genshin in a more positive direction for everyone. Cautiously optimistic of Natlan. I mean, like I said, I feel like I could feel sincerity there from it. I hate the fact that sometimes people are not only vocal about their criticisms of games, but sometimes people can get downright nasty about their criticism of games. And again, it's important to remember that people are human and we still need to treat each other with respect. No matter how you feel about a game, going after the actual employees and attacking them and attacking their characters and things like that, some of the crazy shit I've seen on comment sections around Genshin Impact is unacceptable in any interaction. You would never interact with another human like that if it wasn't behind a keyboard. And I feel like a lot of times people forget that, and they need to 100% hold companies accountable, 100% push for improvements in games, make your voice heard of what you want to see in these games and how you think that these improvements can be made, but do so in a respectful manner is the bottom line. So we'll see what this next year has in store for us with Genshin Impact. We'll see what lessons the Genshin team has learned after this tough year they've just had moving forward into Natlan and beyond. And like I said before, I'm staying cautiously optimistic. Let me know down in the comments how you felt about that speech. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe and leave a like on the video. It really does help out so much. Until next time, you guys stay legendary, and remember the sun will rise, and we will try again. Peace out.